Please subscribe my channel. If you're so clever, why don't you pay your own bills? My mom's words cut through our small apartment like sharp shards. I still wore my oil-stained work clothes, with my feet hurting from working 2 shifts back to back, when she pushed a pile of late payment notices into my hands, as if I had caused every unpaid amount myself. There was no, "How was your day?" or "Did you eat anything?" Just blame. "Hi, my name is Emily. I'm 20 years old. In our home, I wasn't really seen as her daughter. I was just the fallback option." "I already paid the last 2, I said softly. "Then pay the others," she shot back. That night, something in me finally broke. I didn't leave to hurt her. I left to stop giving everything to her. Before we continue, let me know where you're listening from right now. A quiet kitchen, a parked car, or a room that's finally your own. Echoes of Life is right here with you as we move to the next part. Part 2. The years she took everything I earned. Money ruled our home. Not love, not reason. Money, which was always short, controlled it all. When my dad walked out, he didn't just leave us. He took away the last bit of stability. And my mom didn't grieve. She turned hard and cold. Every overdue bill became my fault. Every service cut off led to slammed doors, loud arguments, and me standing in the kitchen, holding her anger like bags of groceries I never asked to carry. At 15, I started working, cooking burgers at a fast food place, taking buses, wearing smelly uniforms with tired feet. She took my bank card for safekeeping, but I never got it back. She said it was us working together, but really I just covered rent, her cigarettes, her wine, and the TV package she watched nonstop. Once, I brought home a free pizza from my job. She looked at me like I had done something wrong. "Don't pretend you're the one providing now." She quit her job and started calling me her safety net. My friends stopped asking me to hang out. Nobody wanted to hear her yelling at me from the front porch. Going to college didn't help. It just gave her easier access to my funds. She used my scholarship checks, took out the maximum student loans in my name, and even co-signed some things using my info. I studied on the floor next to the washing machine because it was the only spot without noise. Sometimes she burst in while I was taking an online test, demanding I send her money right away or go buy her cigarettes. She never cared about my schoolwork. But if I earned a good grade, she'd say, "You think you're smarter than me now?" One year, my birthday passed without anything. No present, no meal out, just an argument because I forgot to buy more cigarettes for her. She didn't raise a daughter. She used one like a tool. I stayed at Sophia's place that night. Her apartment was small, hardly space for both of us, but it was the first place that didn't expect anything from me. We sat quietly, with light from the street coming through the window. I kept checking my phone, hoping for a message that didn't come. "No sorry, no worry, nothing." "You finally walked out," Sophia said quietly. "You should have done this sooner." I agreed with a nod, but even under her spare blanket, I couldn't relax. Because although I had left, my name was still tied to everything. The lease, the bills, the debts. In the mornings, I helped by folding Sophia's clothes and washing her dishes, trying not to seem like a guest who stayed too long, all while still paying for the home I had just left. A few days later, I went back when she wasn't there to pick up my remaining stuff. That's when I noticed it. A big envelope on the table with my name on it, not hers. Final notice. I opened it and my heart sank. A credit card I had never applied for. Thousands owed, plus late charges and missed payments, all under my name. I looked in the drawers. There were others. Some opened, some not. Cards from stores, for gas, cash loans, warnings about overdrafts. All in my name, but I hadn't signed any of them. I hurried back to Sophia's, my heart beating so fast I couldn't think straight. We laid out all the papers on her coffee table like clues in a case. "She did this," Sophia said, her voice breaking. "This is stealing your identity." "She's my mom," I replied softly. But even I knew that didn't make it okay anymore. Part 3. The quiet before everything changed. That night, I couldn't sleep. While Sophia breathed evenly in the next room, I stayed up with my laptop, a notebook, and all the mess of my money situation. For the first time, I checked my credit report. Every entry stung. phone plans, utilities I didn't have, loans I never took, cards I never held. The worst was remembering her handing me forms. Just sign here. It's no big deal. I began saving proof. Pictures of screens, old voice messages, texts where she called me selfish for wanting bus money. Photos of the envelopes, copies of fake signatures. I created a folder called Evidence. For so long, I thought I was making too much of it. Now I saw the truth. She didn't just need my help. She wanted me to stay quiet. If this happened to you, if your own parent used your name like their personal bank, what would you choose? Comment 1 to keep quiet and avoid trouble. Comment 2 to set boundaries and protect yourself. The next day, Sophia took me to a free legal help center. I brought it all: credit reports, envelopes, screenshots, messages. The advisor looked through everything carefully. Her tone was steady, but her expression was serious. This is bad, she told me. You have choices. Choices. I asked, barely audible. You can challenge the debts, report the fraud, or even file charges. My throat closed up. Charges against my own mom? She met my eyes. Against the person who committed fraud on you. Being related doesn't make crime okay. I left there unsteady. My legs felt weak, but inside, something changed. For years, my mom had used family as a shield, like it made everything she did acceptable, like love required me to say nothing. That night, I acted. I closed my old bank account, started a new one elsewhere, and changed my paycheck deposit. Then I went online and called every company linked to my name: gas, internet, water, electricity. Each time I said, please take me off this account right now. Most workers were kind. Some seemed shocked. One said, you know that will put the full bill on the other person? Yes, I answered. I'm tired of paying for someone else's choices. With the power company, the person paused. Just warning you, if it's not paid, service will stop. I took a breath. I get it. Go ahead. My hand shook, but I felt lighter. This wasn't revenge. It was saving myself. Part 4. The call that started the fight. A week later, my phone rang. Her name showed up. I looked at it for a while, then picked up. Why is there no electricity? She shouted. What did you do? My food is going bad. I can't charge anything. It's dark here. I stayed calm. Did you pay the bill? You always took care of it, she replied angrily. They told me you removed your name. I did, I said. I'm not your backup anymore. Not for bills, not for money, not for protection. She snarled, you selfish brat. I gave you a home. I breathed out. You used me up, I said. Not because you cared, but because it was easy. Then I told her what scared her most. I saved records. Messages, calls, signatures. This isn't private now. For once, she went quiet instead of yelling. Text followed, blame, anger, please. You're ruining me. I raised you by myself. Fix this, or I'll tell everyone the truth about you. I didn't reply until one hurt deep. I told your aunt you took money from me. There it was, her last trick, twisting the facts. The next day, Aunt Karen called, mad. Emily, how could you steal from your mother and leave her without power? I didn't fight back. Have you looked at any bills? Any accounts in my name? No. Then come see them, I said. Tonight. Bring Mom if you want. That evening, I went to Aunt Karen's house carrying my folder. Mom was already there in a sweater looking fragile. She avoided my gaze. Aunt Karen started, Emily, enough. Your mom feels bad. You should forgive her. I opened the folder and spread out papers. Power bills in my name, credit cards, loan forms, handwriting not mine. Aunt Karen read one, confused. This says it's you. I was in school or working, I explained. I didn't apply for any. Mom jumped up. You sneaky girl, going through my stuff. I looked at her directly. You didn't raise me. You took from me. Aunt Karen lifted a page. Karen, is this your writing? Mom's face fell. We're family, she said sharply. You don't get it. She owes me. Part 5. Proof in a simple folder. Aunt Karen's tone got firm. She's not your backup plan. She's your child. I took out the final item, an email trail. This is the fraud report I made. I had to say who did it. Aunt Karen shook. You reported her? I had to, I said. or I'd pay these debts forever. The doorbell sounded. Aunt Karen looked surprised. Who's that? The landlord, I replied, calm. He needed to talk about the lease. He came in, polite but direct. Hi. Just confirming. Emily is off the lease now. Starting next month. It's only under Karen. He looked at her. But if payments stop, we'll have to evict. Mom turned white. You planned this, she whispered. You're kicking me out. I stood straight. No, I just stopped letting you hide behind my name. The eviction paper was official, 30 days. Aunt Karen called later. She has no place to go. She's blaming you most. I didn't feel like a winner. Just worn out. From being seen as the bad one in a story I didn't create, from having to prove I wasn't at fault. At my job, I took more shifts. At school, a counselor named what happened, not strict parenting, but money abuse, emotional harm, and I had made it through. Time went by. Then one morning, a knock. It was her. No makeup, voice soft, looking drained. You blocked me, she said. So I came here. She didn't try to enter. No tears. Just, do you still love me? I swallowed. Yes. That's why it's so painful. She winced. Then why let this happen? Because love isn't letting you hurt me, I said. And it doesn't wipe away what you did. She stared down. I have nothing now. You had me, I said quietly. For years. And you used me up like money. Part 6. Finding calm without approval. She walked away. I didn't stop her. She once said, if you're so smart, pay your own bills. I did. And now, for the first time, she had to pay hers. If this sounds like something you've gone through, if someone ever made you feel you owed them your whole life, please share, and follow. Echoes of Life shares real stories of inner strength and finding fairness. More stories are coming.